Welcome back to the Road to National series. In today's episode, I'm going to take you through an upper max workout. So my variation for this week for my max effort bench press was a band assisted max. Now, I've never used this amount of band tension before. However, with the slightly stronger band, I hit 160 kilos. So today I was hoping to build up to at least like 155 kilos because I've done 150 kilos with no band assistance at all, so I wanted to beat that, but I knew that 160 kilos was going to be quite ambitious. So here I attempted 155 kilos. Now it was a bit of a grind, and as you'll be able to see, I'm actually benching with a much wider grip than I normally do, just something I'm experimenting with, but I managed to hit the 155 kilos I wanted, and it wasn't too difficult. I think I might have moved my grip a little too wide. I've gone from having like my pinky finger on the bar to my index finger like a max grip, and I think somewhere around my middle finger will probably be optimal, but it definitely felt easier for the triceps to lock the weight out. So I do think I'll move my grip wider. I've been doing sort of a narrower stance, narrower grip width for a while, so yeah, I think that wider probably is more optimal. There's a reason that most bench pressers at the top level are doing a slightly wider grip. So that went well. I was actually going to attempt 160 kilos after that, but I literally couldn't unrack it, so I didn't think there was any point including it in the video. You can just imagine me not even being able to unrack the weight. I was, however, also exceptionally hot. The UK is ridiculously hot at the moment, which is very uncharacteristic, but I was struggling bad. Like, I wasn't able to get to sleep until after 3 in the morning. I had the worst night's sleep of my life, and this workout, like, I felt like I was going to have heat stroke throughout it all. So the first accessory here was overhead Swiss bar tricep extensions. I managed to get 2 sets of 15 at 45 kilos, which is actually pretty good for me. But as you can see, like, I backed off the weight. I did sets of 15 and just stuck to 45 kilos because I didn't want to over exert myself. And last week, if you saw any videos from last week, you'll have seen that I tweaked my triceps. So it's feeling much better this week, my elbow joints and my shoulders, but I wanted to keep the triceps lighter, and to be honest, this workout I start to feel terrible later on during because of the heat. So the next accessory here, probably the last good accessory, was my lat pull downs. I was doing a slightly supinated mag grip lat pull down. So this is basically the strongest grip of pull down that I have, and I did 200 pounds, which is a fairly reasonable weight for me. I didn't back down as much as I did on the tricep extensions, and I think I got 2 sets of 10, but on this second set I was using a bit more body momentum. The first set I tried to be really strict on, just basically to gauge that it definitely is my back that's getting stronger, but compared to like a year ago, it is miles improved. So they actually went pretty well. You might be able to see me there as it was skipping through, doing some sort of like rotator cuff exercise, just to warm up the shoulders because they were feeling not perfect. Like I mentioned, after last week's slight shoulder niggles that I've been experiencing, just getting blood pumping into the shoulders in particular has made every exercise feel much better. So the next exercise here was chest press at 220 pounds, which is fairly light for me, 100 kilos. And I got a set of 15 here on the first set, which is pretty good. It definitely targeted the chest a lot. I think I was doing this as too much of like just an overall press, and it was hitting the triceps more, rather than the whole point is that this is meant to be a chest targeted accessory. And my technique, like, I definitely do arch. I find that that hits my lower pec more. I am also stronger in that position, but when I'm trying to like develop my chest, I just feel it way more pressing at a slight decline angle like this. People agree or disagree with that. I mean, Dorian Yates, I think, agrees with that, that the whole point of a chest is to bring the arm down and together. But there are loads of other, obviously, successful bodybuilders and powerlifters who press incline preferred. So there on that second set there, here, you can see I'm struggling a bit. I only got a set of 12, and I wasn't particularly happy with that. I think I should have hit another set of 15, and the heat was getting a bit unbearable. I mean, I am literally in like a metal roofed shed as well. So it was hitting, like, it was stiflingly hot. It's like mid 30 degrees Celsius outside. It's probably like 40 degrees in my gym with like no breeze or anything, which is like 104, 105 degrees Fahrenheit for my American viewers. But yeah, for us in the UK, that is crazy hot, and I am not good at dealing with the heat. So this is where the workout took a little bit of a downward turn. So because of that, I went light on these loo raises. I just did 5 kilo dumbbells. I normally use at least the 10 kilo dumbbells or sometimes the 15s. But I did use the 5 kilo dumbbells here for 2 sets of 20. And to be honest, on this second set, the last few reps were very hard. I was able to get, like, I remember at rep number 8 it was the last rep that actually felt good on this second set, and then it felt challenging, which, to be honest, I really shouldn't be challenged at 5 kilo dumbbells that much on the second set. This is sort of what I do in my deloads, is like 2 sets of 20 with the 5 kilo dumbbells just to get some blood into the shoulders. And I was struggling with it today. You can see I'm trying to use like body momentum to get the last few reps in there, a little bit of leg drive. So anyway, I mean, you could argue that that is effective for training the shoulders. It's training it pretty intensely, but obviously the point of my training is to try and get strong for powerlifting, so it's not a great sign when I am a little bit weaker. This is, I should say, the third week in my like 3-week waves. So I do 3-week waves of maxes and dynamics. So the dynamics build up over 3 weeks, and then I take a deload next week. So I'm really going to use that to try and recuperate and come back better than ever. And to be honest, it wasn't a disastrous workout. I still hit my max number, which is the most important thing. The triceps still were at a respectable strength, but things like the delts and the biceps here, it probably was just the heat. But I mean, here, doing hammer curls with 10 kilo dumbbells, this is very light for me. I mean, I could do sets of 20 with the 20 kilo dumbbells as like deload work. So I think I did 2 sets of 30 here with the 10 kilo dumbbells. I did also lighten the weight again because last week I was experiencing some pain in my elbow joints, I think from both the tricep tendon and the bicep tendon. So here I decided to do some pump work, and because it was hot and I was feeling terrible. I've mentioned that so much in this video, but that is the main talking point of this video. One thing that I think about when there are workouts like this, though, is that doing something is always better than doing nothing. I mean, when you're doing nothing, if you're not getting stronger, you're getting weaker. And like, it's probably not noticeable for 1 week, but if I like kept having bad training or doing nothing for 3 weeks, if I just called it off, I would definitely get worse, and I definitely wouldn't be improving. So what I have done in this workout has been great considering the circumstances, and overall it has probably still contributed to me improving. So yeah, the other thing I think of is there is a quote by Jay Cutler, the 4-time Mr. Olympia. This is in the bodybuilding realm, but I think it's very applicable to powerlifting as well. And that's that not every workout is a rock star workout. I think we always think about like trying to hit big numbers and big PRs, and that's even more so in powerlifting than bodybuilding. But sometimes the smart thing to do is to just get the work done like I have done in this workout, get through the workout and try and optimize it on the day. Everything can look great in theory, and like for me, normally my 3rd week in my 3-week wave, I want to go the heaviest on accessories. That has not been the case. I've been doing sets of like 20 and 30, but that was more optimal for me considering the circumstances today than just blindly following what a program or the situation ideally would be. So the final accessory here was weighted GHD sit-ups. Now I'm not going all the way down with the GHD, so to be honest, these could have just been weighted regular sit-ups. I just used the GHD to do them. I did the 25 kilo weight, which is the heaviest I've gone on these. This is the only exercise I did decided to go heavy on. And to be honest, it was horrible. It was disgusting to try and do at the end of the workout. And the reason I didn't go lower is like I literally felt like my abs were going to give up and I was gonna like collapse back. Yeah, here you can see I am not happy with this workout. This is probably the worst state I've been in at the end of any workout. So that is it for today's video. I hope you did in fact enjoy the video. If you did, drop it a like, drop it a comment, subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff, and have a great day.